Nigeria is set to tap into cryptocurrency market, which is valued at $56.7 billion by implementing a 7.5% value-added tax on crypto transaction. Welcome to Business Point, where we extract the Nigerian economy and the government policies. I am your host, Kike Lomo Okiri. Starting on July 8, 2024, KuCoin, a crypto platform, will begin charging the 7.5% VAT on transaction fee. This is aimed to align the Federal Inland Revenue Service requirements and avoid any potential conflict with the tax agency. With Binance's case still fresh in the mind of many players, Nigeria has one of the largest peer-to-peer crypto markets globally. According to a chain analysis, a global chain block platform, crypto transaction in the country reached $56.7 billion between July 2022 and June 2023. The Director General of Security and Exchange Commission, Emomotimi Agama, highlighted that a significant portion of the population is involved in cryptocurrency trading and transactions. The platform noted that VAT will apply to transaction fee, not the transaction amount, and covers all transaction type of KuCoin platform. Nigeria initially planned to tax cryptocurrency through Finance Act of 2022, which is imposed a 10% tax on profit from digital assets, including cryptocurrencies. Subject to any exceptions provided by this act, all forms of properties shall be assets for this act, whether situated in Nigeria or not, including option debt, digital assets, and incorporate properties generally. However, this is part of the act was never enforced. Experts suggest KuCoin move could be part of the effort to obtain licensing in Nigeria. Earlier in 2024, Nigeria clamped down on crypto transactions despite a December 2023 Central Bank of Nigeria guideline meant to govern the digital asset space. Using Binance as a scapegoat, the country's crackdown, including asking telecommunication firms to restrict access to platform and asking operators to delete Naira transactions from all platforms. The country blamed this platform for encouraging the manipulation of the Naira to dollar rates and aiding illicit flows. The House of Representatives has ordered probe into 1.12 trillion Naira Anchor Borrow Scheme, an initiative of the federal government intervention and agricultural funding through the Central Bank of Nigeria. Also included in the probe is the Nigerian Incentive-Based Risk Sharing System for Agricultural Lending, NISAL, the Bank of Industry, and other agencies. The resolution followed the adoption of a motion by Chike Okafor and APC Imo Central on the floor of the House of Representatives in Abuja. Presenting his motion, Okafor linked the growing food scarcity and malnutrition in Nigeria to alleged mismanagement of agricultural fund intended for agricultural development in the country. It says the federal government has expended 8 trillion naira in 8 years on various schemes and interventions in last 8 years, with the review of making food available for millions of Nigeria. He added that the alleged mismanagement, misapplication of fund, and abuse of the program had left Nigeria with twin challenges of food scarcity and malnutrition. Okafor says that funds advanced to end users of various federal government intervention had also been alleged misused, misapplied, and channeled to non-farming and non-agricultural purpose. This, he says, is responsible for the current acute scarcity of food in the country. Adopting the motion, the House mandated its Committee on Nutrition and Food Security, as well as the Committee on Agricultural Production and Services, Agricultural Colleges and Institutions, and Finance to probe. The committee were mandated to thoroughly investigate the Central Bank of Nigeria's alleged mismanagement of the Anchors Borrowers Program, for which 1.12 trillion naira was to be disbursed to 4.67 million farmers. The farmers were said to have been involved in either maize, rice, or wheat farming through 563 anchors. The committee are also looked into NISAL disbursement of over 2 billion naira to facilitate agriculture and agri-businesses. The House gave the committee 4 weeks to report back to the House. The House also mandated the committee to equally assess how the Bank of Industry disbursed 3 billion naira to 22,120 smallholders farmers through the Agricultural Value Chain Financing Program. The committee is also investigating the handling of 5 billion naira loan facility to Bank of Agriculture for livestock farmers across the country. This will also include the management of National Agricultural Development with 1.6 billion recovery fund for the ginger blight epidemic Central Task Force. The shareholder of the African Export-Import Bank, Afreximbank, have approved an increase in the authorized share capital from $5 billion to $25 billion. The bank says in a statement that the increase recognizes the rapid growth of the bank in response to challenges facing the Africa continent. The bank says it is also creates capacity for it to support the growth and development envisaged for the African continent in line with its mandate to promote the continent's trade and affirm its relevance on the global stage. The bank also announced some board changes at its 31st annual general meeting held recently in Nassau, the Bahamas. Commenting on this development, Benedict Orama, President and Chairman of the Board of Directors of Afreximbank, says this move will give the bank the necessary headroom to mobilize the capital needed to create a bank that serves all Africans. Electricity Distribution Company has approved an increase in tariff for Band A consumers, blaming high operational cost for the decision. This is the second hike in electricity this year by DISCO, placing a further strain on businesses and industries that rely heavily on power. Francis Agoha, Acting Managing Director, Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company PLC, says in a statement that the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission had approved the tariff increase from 206 naira per kilowatt to 209 naira per kilowatt for users in Band A category. Agoa says this review has been duly approved by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission as captured in the multi-year tariff supplementary order, adding that the adjustment is necessitated by several key economic indices, including fluctuation in the exchange rate, the current inflation rate, available generation capacity, and the cost of gas. These factors have significantly impacted operational costs, and the new tariff will mitigate this financial pressure while continuing to deliver high quality electricity service. It is important to note that these adjustments affect only the Band A customers. The tariff for Band B, C, D, and E remains unchanged. Electricity Distribution Company says it remains committed to providing reliable and efficient electricity service to all customers across different bands. Agoha added that the adjustment is necessary to maintain and improve the quality of services noting that the goal is to ensure that customers under Band A receive the best possible value for their money. Nigeria last reviewed electricity tariff for Band A customers from 225 naira per kilowatt to 206 naira per kilowatt. This came 33 days after Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission had raised the electricity tariff for Band A customers from 68 naira per kilowatt to 225 naira per kilowatt, representing about 240% increase. Africa's most populous nation faces perennial power shortage that have contributed to a year of the weak growth. Its electricity sector faces a myriad of problems, including a failing grid, gas shortage, high debt, and vandalism. The country has 12,500 megawatts of installed capacity but produces only about a quarter of that, leaving many Nigerians reliant on expensive diesel-powered generator. The latest tariff hike is coming amid complaints from customers, including manufacturers, as well as public and private institutions, that their monthly electricity bill are grossly unaffordable. The federal government has launched an initiative to establish an operating model and framework for economic and financial inclusion, aiming to transform Nigeria into $1 trillion economy by 2030. This and more after the break. Don't go away. Stay with us. Hello and welcome to Business Report. The latest telecommunication data released by the National Bureau of Statistics has revealed that 3 states, Lagos, Ogun, and Kano, accounted for 23% of the country's total active mobile subscription as of first quarter of 2024. According to the Bureau, total active mobile subscription in Nigeria at the end of the first quarter stood at 219.3 million, showing a 3.3% decline from 226.1 million reported in the first quarter of 2023. The state emerged as the top 3 by having the highest number of mobile subscriptions, with a combined 50.5 million active mobile lines. The data shows that Lagos, known as the commercial nerve center of the country, maintained the lead with 25.9 million active subscriptions, following by Ogun, which recorded 12.6 million subscriptions at the end of first quarter of 2024. Kano came third with 11.9 million active subscriptions. On the other hand, Bayelsa recorded the least mobile subscription with 1.6 million subscriptions, followed by Ebonyi and Ekiti with 1.8 million and 1.9 million respectively. In terms of internet connection, Lagos State still came first with the highest number of active internet subscribers in the first quarter of 2024 with 18.8 million, followed by Ogun with 9.5 million and Kano with 9 million. Again, Bayelsa recorded the least internet connection with 1.2 million, followed by Ebonyi and Ekiti with 1.4 million and 1.5 million respectively. Bitcoin, the primary crypto asset, has fallen below its $61,000 price level in the early hour of today, with the asset now trading for $60,400. The crypto asset has fallen from $62,000 yesterday to $60,400, representing a 3% decline in price value over the last 24 hours. The decline in Bitcoin price affected other major crypto assets, with Ethereum, Solana, and Dogecoin all witnessed a 3% drop in price as well. Bitcoin drop in price value can be attributed to various pressures, the most significant being an impending major activities on the MTGOX exchange. The now defunct MTGOX exchange is expected to begin its distribution of Bitcoin this month. QCP Capital, a Singapore-based crypto firm, shed more light on this issue in an Instagram broadcast to its nearly 14,000 members. Despite the drop in price value due to the looming MTGOX activity, Bitcoin has maintained a support level above $60,000 and Ethereum has not fallen below $3,300. These are positive signs according to the QCP Capital. Citi is optimistic that gold investment demand will rise to absorb all mine supply over the next 12 to 18 months, according to a new framework report. This follows gold investment demand in China and central banks around the world, which has risen to over 85% of mine supply during the first quarter of 2024. The increase in investment demand and price comes from a forecast of normalization of U.S. interest rates, driving exchange trade fund demand higher in particular. Citi's research also found that gold prices have dramatically outperformed real rates since the third quarter of 2022, owing to a strong physical demand from China and central banks, while showing a steady rise of physical investment demand as the key determinant of gold pricing. The report predicted that Chinese and global central bank buying is expected to continue at current run rate, underpinned by excess saving, weak property, weak private sector sentiment, and de-dollarization respectively. Citi expressed hope that the framework in the report can help to rejuvenate gold investment and trading, since many investors have avoided investing in gold because of the lack of intuitive, regime-independent, fundamental framework that can stand the test of time. Kikelomo Okere, Global Television News.
Are you ready to be entertained like never before? Get ready to dive into the latest and greatest entertainment news in lifestyle, music, movies, birthday celebration, and so much more, all on Entertainment Circle on Global Television. From the hottest red carpet event to exclusive interviews with your favorite stars, we've got you covered. Stay up to date with the latest trends and news from the entertainment world, all in one place. Tune in every Saturday by 1 p.m. with Chung Annabelle Joseph on Global Television.
In an ever-busy world, the increasing challenge of keeping track of health matters can be extremely demanding. Follow the latest health tips and trends on Health Guide on Global Television on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Health Guide on Global Television. Put your health first. Get ready for it. Inside Today brings you issues relating to family, peer pressure, drugs, substance abuse, societal and topical issues making rounds. Join Jumaine Manson on Global Television Monday to Thursday and it repeats every Friday. Time 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Don't miss out.
Are you a food lover? Do you care about your health and nutrition? Are you interested in exploring the diverse culinary traditions from around the world? Then look no further. Introducing Lunch Global on Global Television, a show that takes you on a delicious journey through the world of food, nutrition, and diet. So, whether you're a seasoned foodie, a health enthusiast, or simply curious about the world of food, Lunch Global has something for everyone. Tune in Mondays to Fridays and let your taste bud take you on a journey of flavor, culture, and discovery on Lunch Global. Bon appetit!
Time check. It's midday. Then it's Midday Discourse. Midday Discourse is a program that covers trending local and international news. current issues and human-related topics. Join Samuel Odi weekdays 1 p.m. on Global Television. The discussion starts here.
Get a shot in, squares it, into the back.
It's time for sports' biggest moments on Global Television. The headlines, scores, breaking news, and commentaries on sporty events. Talking with the biggest players, strikers, and about the slam dunks and goals, stunning saves, near misses, and upsets. Let's talk about the greatest home runs, comebacks, knockdowns, and victories. Talk sports with the king of sports, Anthony Momodu. Weekdays, 10 a.m. Don't miss out.
Oh, that goal! Beautiful work from the wingers.
Hello, children. Gather around, let me tell you a story.
Do you
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Business Point, where we extract the government's policies and the Nigerian economy. The federal government has launched a new initiative to establish an operating model and framework for economic and financial inclusion, aiming to transform Nigeria into 1 trillion naira economy by 2030. The initiative is designed to combat poverty and catalyze sustainable economic growth from the ground up. Vice President Kashim Shettima, while launching the initiative at the Presidential Villa in Abuja, pointed out that it is appropriate that inclusive growth must be strategic and sustainable. He expressed confidence that the team will bring their best efforts to ensure its success. He therefore called on the team to contribute their insights, expertise, and dedication for a robust operating model that will drive economic and financial inclusion across the nation, ensuring every Nigerian has the opportunity to thrive. He further implored members of the implementation team and all stakeholders involved in the initiative to recognize the weight of their responsibility. Saving what they have at hand is vital for the nation's assignment. The initiative is an offshoot of the federal government program unveiled in April this year, titled the ASO Accord on Economic and Financial Inclusion, a multi-pronged blueprint designed to achieve universal access to financial services. The accord represents a core pillar of the administration's renewed hope agenda to transform the nation into $1 trillion economy by 2030, but while combating poverty and insecurity through broad-based prosperity. The Vice President listed some positive results the effort has yielded, including the recent upgrade of Nigeria's credit outlook to positive by Fitch Rating, noting that it is in recognition of the reform progress under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has called for establishment of more local institutions in Nigeria and Africa with capacity to provide funding for energy projects to tackle energy poverty. The call was made by the Chief Financial Officer of NNPC Limited, Umar Ajia, at the ongoing 23rd Nigerian Oil and Gas Conference and Exhibition in Abuja. Speaking at a panel session themed Accelerating Investment Enabling Industry Growth, Meeting Energy Demand, the CFO argued that in the face of the reluctancy by global financial institutions to finance oil and gas projects as a result of environmental concern, there is need for development of more institutions like Afrexim Bank and the proposed Africa Energy Bank to finance energy infrastructure projects. He further noted that the key to resolving the paradox of endemic energy poverty in the midst of abundant energy resources in Nigeria is to create an enabling environment to aggressively attract investment into the energy sector. It listed the passage of the Petroleum Industry Act and the recent enactment of 3 executive orders in the sector by the President as practical step by the federal government to provide fiscal incentive required to attract investment. Ajia also contended that the task of creating an investors-friendly environment is not for government alone, stressing that citizens has the right from the Immigration and Custom Office who welcome them into as investors at the entry point to the driver who convey them to hotel and meeting places, and even the media and the judiciary. All right, this is where we draw the curtain on Business Point today. Join me again tomorrow for another edition on Global Television. We are on StarTime channel 267. You can also follow us on all our social media handles at Global TV NG and our website at Global TV Abuja. I am Kike Lomo Ukeri. I celebrate you all.